All right, here with ECU head coach Blake Harrell at American Conference Media Days. Coach, just what's this whole experience been like first time?
You know, what an awesome experience for our student athletes and exposure for our conference. And just to get together to have the media days here in Charlotte, our home state, and allow more media from our Pirate Nation to come out and cover this. And it's pretty special.
You've got a quarterback in Caden Hauser you probably feel pretty good about bringing to this field. What's it like going to camp knowing that you have a guy you can trust back there?
You know, really excited about our quarterback room. I think it's the first time since the 21-22 season that we have a returning quarterback that started games on our roster, and just really proud of Caden. You know, I think his commitment to be a Pirate and in this day and age in college landscape of football is pretty special. And just I've seen him grow this offseason as a leader, and that's going to be pretty unique and pretty big in this fall for us, and he's doing that from the front.
What are some of the areas you want to see him continue to grow, like as a quarterback? Because we kind of just assume he's going to take the next step. What are the processes?
You know, we put together our plan to win, and how we're going to do those things. And number one is, it's all about the ball. And for the offense, that's taking care of the football. For the defense, that's ball disruptions. And I think offensively, I think we were second to last in the nation in turnovers last year. So we can make a huge improvement there. And if we won 8 games doing that, if we start taking care of the football, I think we get a chance to be pretty special.
Defensively, what's it like as a defensive-oriented coach? Looking at it from the outside looking in, like you got to feel pretty good about the offense, but some unknown on defense. Although some older guys too, how do you kind of balance?
Yeah, certainly. I think that's probably on paper that's the biggest unknown. I think technically you have 2 starters back, Raheem Craig and Jamarli Riddle. Even though there's some other guys on that side of the football that's played a lot of snaps, they haven't started football games. So now it'll be their time to step up and take on a bigger role and a full-time starting position. So. You got our work to do. You don't have much time to think and sit back and think about being away from the defense. You got to be hands-on and make sure we're pushing each and every part of our team, not just the defense, but each and every part of our team to take the next step.
There's some comments came out from Dave Dorn. He said he really wants to beat you guys. With a curse word in there. I don't know. Do you buy it or read into that much at all?
I think that's how we should feel about every opponent. Whether it's week 1 or week 10 or week 7, and I'm sure Coach Dorn feels the same way. I think our focus right now is mostly on preseason camp, how we're going to prepare the next 34 days, and building our team so we have a chance to win football games this fall.
The recent the players get in trouble. How do you guys, kind of evaluate that situation?
Yeah, I think I got into coaching to mentor young men, to help them grow, to help them reach their goals. And I think there's various ways to do that. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative. And I just told our guys the other day, our team, we got to learn from events along the way, and those events can be on the field or off the field. It could be Coach Harrell making a bad decision to go for it on 4th down, or a bad decision to punt the football on 4th down. But we got to take that event, and we got to grow from it, learn the lesson, and move on from the event. And sometimes the lesson is painful, but we got to forget the event and move on. And that's whether we're talking about our football team or at home being a dad as well.
Last thing, here at American Conference, you're around other coaches that you're going to be competing against, but some guys really well, like Coach Newberry. Do you have any time to bond with those guys, or any guys you had a chance to talk with?
Yeah, sat at dinner last night with Coach Newberry and just talking about old times and how fortunate and blessed we are to be where we are. And just I think when you grow up, he was a Division III coach. I was a high school coach, Division II coach, FCS coach. You don't know that you'll ever have this opportunity, and what a special place I'm at, what a special place he's at, and just to have this opportunity to